I probably screwed something up and like put the top one on bottom and the bottom one on top, so the measurements are going to be very slightly off now. Alright, with the engine in place, I think I'm going to take a little break from under the hood sort of work and do a little bit of electrical work. I don't really have enough dashboard left to mount the factory switch panel for turning on the headlights and whatnot, so I think I'm going to install the aftermarket switch panel that I have. After that last experience with the saw blades, now I have fresh saw blades, which is good because I'm about to do a little bit more fabrication. So I need some way to turn on and off the rally lights when it is appropriate to do so. Can't have them running on legal roads, so have to be able to turn them off from within the car. And currently, I was trying to figure out where to mount the switch panel, which I also wanted to switch over to use running things like my ordinary headlights, just out of sheer ease of use factor. Boy, that's I kind of thought that recip saw blades were standard. Why does this not want to? The hell? They are standard, it just, when this got painted, the hole was not, I guess, fully fleshed out. Boy, that's a bizarre manufacturing defect and something that I did not think was going to be an issue or could even possibly be an issue. Let's hope that's all it is. But in either case, I was trying to figure out how to fab something up to successfully connect the switch panel, because it has 4 screws, and then I realized that I had the trim here, and since I'm using part of the dash, there's basically 4 screws at the edges here where it can kind of there's basically natural screw mounts there. So, but unfortunately they aren't the right size for the switch plate, but if I throw a piece of aluminum over there, I can drill holes in this, and it will be adequate for the switch plate. Okay. The fuck? What the actual fuck? I've never seen something like this happen before. What? Like, I thought recip saw blades were recip saw blades. Maybe it was user error? This is some bullshit. Well, they seem to match up, so this is probably a user error. So when I tried to insert this, I'm like, that's really not going as deep as I would expect. Turned it upside down, shook it a little bit. I heard something go tink on the floor, and evidently there was just a little chunk of the previous blade that was in there that was getting in the way. So hopefully at this point we should be good. Much better. Not much in there. Did I nail that on my first try? Nope, a couple extra degrees. pretty good. These switches make a ridiculously satisfying click. So, something like this. Oops. No, turn that around. There's my drill holes. Actually, no, the conservative thing is to drill those top holes first.
Don't be a fool, I don't want you. I have my own lover, I don't want you.
I do not for the life of me know why I didn't just buy a cheap drill press and avoid the whole problem with the drill bit walking all over the place even though I did everything right. Maybe what I intended, but I don't think that's actually going to reach, is it? Maybe. Well, anyway, as proof of concept, so that'll go. Something like that. Just have to be attentive to not walking these drill bit down for these. Well, proof of concept, I just need to refine the holes a little bit. And again, I don't know why I selected these. I thought, oh hey, these seem professional-ish. But obviously this being a piece of solid aluminum, it can handle an ordinary nut and washer. No problem. And it would probably be better in many ways, but at least now I have a mock-up. Slap this over and measure, stay. And sometimes weird coincidences happen, like you open your mouth about, why didn't I just buy a cheap drill press? And then the very next day, your email delivers you a 15% off coupon anywhere in the store, and you end up with a drill press. The instructions say that you're not supposed to hold things by hand and you should clamp them down, but it turns out that my biggest clamp wasn't big enough and I wasn't about to make a special trip, so I held that one by hand, and man, I should have been drilling this way all along. Well, after multiple iterations, this is where we are. I had to kind of cut these tabs a little bit because there's this raised plastic bit to get around, and I didn't want to weaken the thing any more than it already was structure. Problem I'm encountering now, well, the one bonus is that the screws that I bought that just barely fit these holes actually do have riv nuts for. The downside is that I apparently need to do a little more trimming because this is not actually fitting in here. You know, if I was a high budget team, I would have just CNC'd this shit. It would have taken somebody 20 minutes. Oh, let's put this right side up. It would have taken somebody 20 minutes to program the router, and then it would have been made in 5 minutes. Of course, I guess I could have just bought a carbide bit for the router I own, and that would have had much the same thing, because I'm not doing anything fancy. It was just, you know, a line. Okay, well, that's closer. Still needs a little work, but... Oh, I guess that's battery for the light. Actually, can I get this in and then put the screws? Let's find out. No, still needs... So close, though. Plug this puppy in, so now this place is lit. I mean that in the old school use of the term. Although, technically, in proper English, that probably means this. I should be saying that this place is lighted. So it's number 3. Take number 3. Very, very close. Very close. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey. Nice. Alright, let's confirm that these will sort of fit. Realistically, I should have marked these now as opposed to a long time ago, because then I would have noticed that this one's a little bit off. Or maybe I can fix that one and make the other one off. I don't know. Shit. I hope I don't have to start over. I mean, it would be on brand. Actually, that might be the worst part, is since I had to kind of bring these holes out a little bit, I might not even end up sticking the riv nuts in the right place. Oh shit, this is an issue. Also, the hole's not big enough for the fucking riv nut. Oh, you dipshit. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can fix my screw up here. Why don't I say so? I'm gonna have to just buy a light for over here, because they're cheap and I do enough stuff over here, so. Oh look, drama free. I guess the lesson for the night is if you have the time, don't just go with what you've got. Get the right stuff. Although, to be fair, they did not have this at my local hardware store where I usually get stuff like this. And I had to pick this up a time or two over. The online hardware store website said, oh yeah, we have 3 of these in stock. So I said, I am very suspicious of this. And, you know, that morning I made an order for 1/2-inch aluminum bar. We have received your order. Store opened at 8. About 9:30, I got a refund. So they did not have the thing that their website claimed. So I went to one of the big box stores instead and did an online order, and they came through. It's kind of funny. I've brought up bigger drill bits to drill holes large enough for riv nuts, but then it occurred to me that I kept the original little C-clips, and with this metal being somewhat thinner, I think I can probably get away with using it. The main thing is that I can that way easily take that out without messing with the other screws. Okay, so the slight bend is proving a little problematic, but I think I got it. It's amazing how many problems you can solve with just a little more brute force. Note, I do not recommend trying the whole brute force solution outside of physical pursuits that involve not people. I have to switch screwdrivers here because the screws in the corner are, I forget the name of them. They're not Phillips screws though, they're the fancy ones with the 8 points. Lotus is chock full of them. Just not sufficiently precise, where this panel flexes a little bit. So is this actually even lining up at all? See, that lines up beautifully. It must be flexing in the thing, because that lines up delightfully. Right. Do I feel bold enough to put the plastic trim in place? And apparently the answer is no. And this is why. Because of the flexing, now my holes are in the wrong place. Or are they? Can I make this work? Make it work, people! Ex-wife watched a lot of TV. I've seen way more episodes of Project Runway than any straight man ever should, I think. So apparently this one hole is going to give me trouble. It's not quite lining up. And I am apparently feeling confident enough to actually bring the tripod down so that the video will look less like you're on the floor. I would say you're welcome, but I can't imagine any of you watching this are really that picky about the cinematography. I'm sure I would horrify my professors if they knew how picky I'm not being. I'm taking some care. I'm not just slapping the camera wherever willy-nilly and trusting the auto exposure to work 100% of the time. So that appears to work. I think I'm going to get some shorter screws for the corners here because they really only need to be like about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch long, and they're like a full fucking inch. Trim piece. I have a trim piece. And I don't think that I left these screws with it, which, because I was not really expecting to reuse that. And there are a couple of screws that go in here, but I'll bet I have them. I actually have a bag of trim screws. Yeah, I kind of labeled that bin as assorted trim bits and screws not going back in, and you can see how that worked out. That looks almost professional. I mean, a truly professional mount maybe would have been a surface mount with a little bit of plastic trim around the edge or some shit like that. Although actually, I kind of like the fact that these are recessed. Means that you can't just accidentally brush them. Okay. That's in. So pretty. Perhaps not the most important in terms of getting the car ready for rally thing that I've done so far, but I either had to spend time doing this or I had to spend time inventing a way to use the existing headlamp switch without letting it just kind of dangle by my foot, which doesn't seem like a good idea. So this was kind of plan B-ish, but well, I mean, it's kind of plan A. I don't know. In either case, it's done, and I can move on to the next big thing. Till then, see you next time. Push the button, Frank. I'm sorry, I got distracted.